Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Reem Abbasi and I am the creative head and the owner of a designer jewelry brand called Keepsakes by Reem. Keepsakes by Reem was established 10 years ago as a line of stylish jewelry that marries sophisticated glamour with delicate femininity. I have a background in business. I am also an accredited jewelry professional from Gemological Institute of America. I have training in gems and jewelry business by the US Department of Commerce. Women in business is something that is extremely close to my heart, so I have been actively working to promote women running businesses. I am the former president of Islamabad Women Chamber of Commerce and Industries. I never really thought that I would become a jewelry designer as such. When I was younger especially, but I always knew I wanted to do something creative. I always had this passion for fashion. I was always inspired by the nature, by the beautiful colors in the nature, and I think it's something that played a very big role in me choosing this was my diversified brought up. Since my father was in the foreign service, we had been posted to places like Egypt, so you will see a lot of Egyptian spiral in my jewelry, so a lot of inspiration comes from there. We were for a very long time in Nepal, and the chunky motifs and the chunky balls, and these are the things that I picked up from there. Ultimately, I think the turning point was me looking at all the beautiful shades of natural stones, and I think that is what really got me thinking of just getting into this business. And I remember that the first collection I made was a very small collection. I then decided that I need to study this formally, and that is when I chose to, after making my first collection is when I decided and chose to study gems and jewelry. Any business helps or benefits the people involved in that business. So this is the thing about business, right? They're benefited in financial ways anyways, but I think something about the jewelry making industry in Pakistan is that the handcrafted jewelry that is being made here by artisans is something that is very special, that is an art that is slowly and steadily actually dying, and it's a shame because it's happening like that. These people who make jewelry, the artisans, have learned the art of jewelry making from their ancestors. This has been going on in generations and obviously carried forward from the subcontinent. This is something that I really cannot, let die. So I make sure that all the artisans who are working with us are now teaching others, their shagird and all of them, and then we give them incentives and benefits, because honestly, this art is more expensive than obviously bulk and mass producing jewelry on machines. And therefore it's slightly more expensive, harder work. And then the karigars and the artisans, they think that this is not valuable enough for them. All the effort is probably not worth it. So I need to keep making sure that they are given incentives that they really want to do this. Also, I make sure that this is very pro women and all of that, but I try as much as possible to hire women to work for me. Before the last few months, we all realized that online purchasing and online shopping is a thing, but I, for one, did not realize the potential of online shopping. The first few months were very difficult because obviously people were going through it for the first time. No one really wanted to shop then. Plus, jewelry is such a thing that it's not really a necessity, so nobody was really thinking about it. But then slowly, when the business started going back into action, I realized that I had to work on my online presence. So the last few months taught me how important the presence online is, and how when a client wants to purchase something, that one picture or that one video is what they're really looking at. They're not looking at your product, they're not looking at you explaining the product. So that one picture speaks volumes. And so I think all businesses need to really invest time, money, and effort in focusing on their online presence. I feel that the only thing that can really equip us for such a situation is flexibility. We did so much planning, we did so much management of all sorts of things, decisions on this collection to be launched and this date, this to be done then. I think we all need to equip ourselves with more flexibility. Reaching me is pretty easy. Like I said, my name is Reem Abbasi. The brand name is Keepsakes by Reem. You can log on to keepsakesbyreem.com, have all our information there. We have online media presence. I'm there on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You can find us anywhere very easily. Also, our studio is located in Islamabad in F81, which we're rebranding and remaking, redoing. So this is something really exciting coming up. Funny thing about life is that life does not stop. It keeps going. Good or bad, high or low, sad or happy. In all situations, it continues. It does not really stop for anyone. Nothing is stagnant. Nothing stays the way it is. It keeps changing. So we need to adapt to all the different situations that come our way and come out stronger, because this is how human beings are made. We always go through everything and come out of it stronger and better than before. I think living their lives. Living their lives is what everyone should know. They should know that the planning we do and the bigger planning are two separate things, and we can plan, we can set goals for ourselves, but we cannot let the goals and the planning run us. It's important to be flexible, like I mentioned before, and it's important to just be in the moment, live the life while you are living the life.